Entertainers returning. Michael V. Doane is here, and he's going to perform a track for us off of his new album, Little Kid. Here's Michael performing River Road. Yay.
That little bridge of Crawdad Creek I fished off is all gone. In its place is a cul-de-sac, houses built all wrong. And down the block there was a Bonnie Lynn with the best burger in town. When I went there recently, McDonald's was on the ground. I wish I had the money when my folks sold that old house. But that was such a long, long time ago. We lived across the street from that tall oak tree I used to call Big Joe, in a yellow house on River Road. Well, in high school we were called the party house with a basement dance floor. Dad was always working late, so Mama manned the door. We had girls downstairs, but she didn't care. She'd yell, "Hey, I'm coming down." And then she'd wait for a few minutes, so nothing could be found. Oh, I wish I had the money when my folks sold that old house. But that was such a long, long time ago. We lived across the street from that tall oak tree I used to call Big Joe, in a yellow house on River Road. When I was 18, Mom and Daddy put a for sale sign out on our front lawn. Strangers came to see our house, and then the sign was gone. Those last few days we lived with those boxes were hard on everyone. Us 4 kids cried, so did Daddy, but Mama, she stayed strong. She said, "We'll always be a family no matter where we are." Then she cried all of her tears as she loaded up the car. We drove for miles and miles, but we didn't get far. I wish I had that money when my folks sold that old house. But that was such a long, long time ago. We lived across the street from that tall oak tree I used to call Big Joe, in a yellow house on River Road. A little yellow house on River Road.
Yay! And welcome back to Talking About. I'm JC Alvarez.
I'm John Griffith.
And we're so happy Yeah, Michael's here. Come on, Michael,
right.
join us on the couch. Yay, fantastic. Come on, down.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming back.
Slide over, get close, get
All right,
cozy.
all right.
So
Hands are cold, hands are cold, hands are cold.
that's what happens when you're in a studio like this. It's like, you know, we keep it very...
Chilled.
Like David Letterman does.
Like, exactly, yes. The album is called Little Kid. And it's a slight departure from the music that you're accustomed to doing, because I've always been accustomed to hearing you do a lot of like R&B stuff and that kind of music that's almost like pop oriented, and this has a little more of a different type of swing to it. Tell me a little bit about how the album came about.
Well, you know what? There is a lot of the pop R&B, but then what happened was last spring, I lost both my parents, and they were both big country music fans. And so when it came time to finish those last 4 or 5 songs, I thought, let me put a little country, a little bluegrass, and it was really a lot of fun, and it came very naturally to me because I grew up with it. So it did take on a little bit of a change, but it's like 6 songs are like funky, and 6 songs have a little bit more of that acoustic country kind of bluegrass feel. So.
Hence, probably the title "Little Kid," which is the music that you grew up with. You're kind of giving us a little snapshot of what life was like for you at home.
It's funny. One of the songs references all of my dad's favorite singers, like Willie Nelson, George Jones, Tammy Wynette, all of those old timers, and so yes, I grew up with a lot of that.
Did you have any particular song that you wrote that particularly speaks to them and for them?
You know, 2 of the songs are named after them.
That's
James
awesome.
Alvin, which is actually, it's got banjo in it, it's got, like I said, that bluegrass feel. It changes tempos mid-song, which you never do in pop music. And then another song, which is really difficult to sing because it's, you know, it's like your mom, and it's named after my mother, Betty Louise, and singing it, you know, just brings it all back. But it's a real special song. I hope people like it.
Yeah, it's a great way of you know, remembering
and paying tribute, and it's wonderful.
Thank you.
You've got a performance coming up,
I do.
and you're going to be, I guess, introducing all of the new tracks from the new album. Tell us about that.
It's Sunday night. We go on at 9:30 at Joe's Pub down at the Public
Great
Theater.
venue. Yeah, Joe's Pub.
Great venue. It's all finished being refurbished, and I have 11-piece band. So we will be doing a lot of that funky stuff. I got my 3 little soul sisters behind me. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if anybody's free on Sunday night, wants to come down, there's still a few tickets left.
That's fantastic. And you're going to be performing stuff from Little Kid?
I'll be performing stuff from Little Kid and a couple of our favorite cover tracks, and you know, it'll be like a party.
So how do you feel about music now? Because it's sort of like you're doing a whole new genre, or tackling on a whole new genre that's giving you opening this door to something that is unfamiliar to some of your fans. That must kind of like change the way you perceive music now on the radio, which is very dance oriented, very techno oriented.
You know, it's funny you'd say that, because I reached out to Mark Nelson, who we all know,
Sure.
and I said to him, I go, you know, what do you think I should do with my first single? Because it's kind of funky, kind of funkadelic, or Prince, The Time, old school.
Right.
He goes, dance remix. So, I mean, totally, that's the way to go. But I felt like, you know what, for one project, I'll stay away from 4 on the Floor. So, but I always love dance music, and I dig it. But for this, maybe just won't go there this time.
Keep it kind of pure.
Yeah, you know, kind of pure. I think that's a good word for it.
And artists do that. Artists kind of like take a break usually from what they're used to doing to give us a whole new genre.
Yeah, well, it's a great way to stretch and grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I wanted to just use all live instruments, and
well, that's also one of your fortes. You're very good. You're a musician who's very good at using live instrumentation in a lot of your shows, even in your music as well.
We even had a little fight about it.
Me?
Really?
He's like, "Can you do it to track?" I'm
Did
like,
I win? Well, you know, it's one of those things, and to your strength, it's like, you know, you prefer to do it live and to bring instrumentation in, which is
And thank you for that.
which is a wonderful way of seeing and hearing your music.
Thank you.
I'm holding this up because I want to make sure people see the CD cover. Go ahead.
Yeah, and where can people learn more about you?
They can go on michaelvdoane.com, and the album is going to be available starting tomorrow on my what would have been my mother's birthday.
Oh,
and I planned
brilliant.
that. I planned it to be that it would go on sale on September 8th, and that's when she was born.
Fantastic. So
Yeah.
people can actually purchase the CDs through your website?
Yeah, and it'll be online everywhere that you would normally go to purchase music.
Fantastic.
So-
And celebratory with a show that's coming up at Joe's Pub.
September 9th, 9:30, joespub.com, or show up at the door and we'll find a place for you.
You know, you're one half of a musical couple.
I am. I am, and my other half has performed on that set right there.
And how does he feel about the music that's on this album?
You know what he says? He says, it's about time. That's what he says. I have sung backup for him, I've written songs for him, I've produced for him, and I love working behind the scenes. But he says, it's about time that you come out and do your own thing. So he is very happy. Thanks for asking. He's a sweetheart. We're about to celebrate 7 years together.
Oh, well.
Yeah, on September 19th.
It's a good month for you.
It's a good month. It's a good month. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good month.
Thank you.
So, and within the website, you have future, since reruns are forever and the internet is forever,
Yep.
there'll be a constant flow of tour dates posted up there.
Totally, Michael V. Doane. I will keep everybody. I'm really good. You know how some people are not so great about computer because it can take up.
Yeah.
I'm really good about getting on.
Yeah,
doing my stuff.
that new app Clout like measures like how well you are at social. That thing is murderous.
Yes.
That thing just like kills it. 'Cause
Yes.
It's just kind of like now you like have to compete against yourself to make sure you're like on a level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got them social networking skills.
I'm like, yep. I got it. I got it. So,
Very good, very
thank you
nice.
so much for having me on, by the way.
Oh,
thank you for
please.
taking the time out of
You
your
guys are
schedule
very
to be with us.
Very
It's great. It's
sweet.
great to have your music fill our studio.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So in a second, we're going to take a look at a little public service announcement. But again, the website one last time.
It is michaelvdoane.com, and I will be posting all the information for Little Kid right there.
The album is Little Kid.
Definitely check it out and add it to your collection. Well worth it.
Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thanks again, you guys. Baby. And you too. Thank you so much.
And now take a look at this.
That's what I'm talking about, talking about, talking about.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe, and I believe that reaching out for help is the bravest thing a person can do. If you are struggling and need support, call the Trevor Lifeline at 1-866-488-7386. It's free and confidential, and trained counsellors are there to listen 24/7 without judgment. To learn more about the Trevor Project's life-saving work for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender or questioning young people, go to thetrevorproject.org.